Have you ever heard the saying, elevation requires separation? How about isolation leads to transformation? I love that. And having had experiences that have required me to do all of the above, in this video, I want to talk about how to deal with negativity. So I've already shared a couple of sayings that have helped me affirm how I dealt with negativity, right? Separation and isolation. Boundaries, that's how I deal with negativity. But I'm going to talk about that more in this video. My name is Ashley, and on my channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about living, moving, and doing business on the continent. And if that sounds interesting to you, I'd love to have you a part of this community. Please be sure to subscribe below and leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from, where you're living, what you're doing, and why my content resonates with you. I'd love to hear more. And as this community grows, I am so grateful to the subscribers, to the friends, and the family that supports me on our journey. So let's get into it, right? So now she poked her head in and she left. We're gonna talk about how to deal with negativity. The first way to deal with it is to stop. Right? Like, do not react. Reflect on what is happening. Even take a moment to meditate. Feel them feelings. Pray about it if you need to in that moment, but do not react immediately to the negativity. Trust me. Okay? Your highest self, your best self, isn't in that initial reaction and initial response. The second thing that you do is you trust yourself. Trust your intuition and trust what this person or these people are showing you, right? Like that feeling that you have when you're like questioning yourself and you're going back on a situation over and over and over again, that is not in alignment with your highest self, right? Because when you're in your alignment and when you're doing your thing and you're moving forward, like everything is well, all is good, right? And when negativity happens, it doesn't mean all isn't well. It just means that it's an opportunity for you to learn and grow through something new, right? So when you begin to feel things that don't feel good, trust that your body, your mind, your spirit is telling you, we might need to do something differently, right? Whether that be isolation, whether that be separation, or whether that be realizing and recognizing the type of boundaries that need to be in place. Number 3, sacrifice, right? So sacrifice looks different for everyone. And for me, when I was dealing with negativity, a really extreme negative experience, most recently, the way in which I sacrificed involves no shopping. I was only shopping for food for myself and my family, right? No spending. We weren't going out to eat. We weren't doing any unnecessary spending. I wasn't gathering with people. I wasn't in community with people, right? Because I needed a level of separation. I needed to sacrifice that space to restore myself. And, fasting. So most recently, I did a fruit fast where I was only eating fruit for 14 days. And it wasn't necessarily because there was any negativity happening, more so internally in my body. I wanted to heal myself cellularly, but this is a way that many people also look at sacrifice. And when you sacrifice, right, you take away something to make room for something else, right? So in many cultures, we're familiar with these sacrificial things that happen. And I think religiously and spiritually, they look at it as a way to remove something to make space for something new. So sacrifice, what would that look like for you? Come on, let's get into it. Many people have talked about how they really resonate with my spiritual videos, and I haven't done many in a while. So this is me jumping back into that space as I recognize that I have come through a lot, but many people are going through some of the experiences that I had, and I want to share them with you. So if you resonate with this video, please be sure to give me a couple of purple hearts in the comments as well, okay? So number 4, how to deal with negativity? Well, create an environment create an environment that restores positivity, right? Invest in spaces and relationships that are going to help you ascend to your highest self, to your next level, right? So that just means removing yourself out of these negative environments and negative relationships. Remove yourself. If a person, a place, or a thing is not contributing to your highest self, is not invested and supportive of your next level, don't waste your time in trying to convince them to come along with you. I'm telling you, I know this from experience. It does not end well, right? People believe they have your best intentions at heart, but really they're just projecting their fears. And that is what I call negativity. I don't have time. In fact, I do have time, but I'm choosing to use my time wisely and in other spaces and environments that ascend and help the ascension, support my ascension to my greatest and highest good, right? So, you know, in your space, candles, sage, for those that really enjoy crystals. I haven't really learned a lot about them, but plants, you know, cleaning clutter, declutter, get that stuff out of your garage, your basement, your closet that you haven't touched in years. Remove that clutter from your life, whether that be places, people, or things. Create the environment that's going to support your growth, and you will be so happy that you did. Number 5, how to deal with negativity. Create the community, right? Create the community. So when I was talking about people, places, and things, this is the intentional part, because you need like-minded people to support you in your growth. You know, you need like-minded people to support you in your growth. I mean, that is self-explanatory. You cannot carry around people that do not think the same way that you do in your ascension. It doesn't mean that you can't love them. It doesn't mean that you can't still maintain a relationship. But the amount of time that you're spending with people that don't share that same mind as you is going to be time that you're taking away from where you could be propelled in your growth. And that is the hard truth. That's a hard truth. I've had to experience it myself, and it is a painful process. But what's even more painful is staying in the same place. We're not doing that. We're not doing that in this community. We're not doing that in this lifetime, because we only get this one shot, right? And for many people who believe that they've been here before, I actually do too, but I absolutely recognize that there's no way that I was doing any of these things in my former life. Maybe I'm doing something new for my ancestors that I've had to take on, but I also recognize that these patterns of things that I'm doing, I learned them from somewhere. And it wasn't necessarily the environment that I grew up in or the community that I've grown up in. So in this season, or in my previous season of isolation, I'm now able to build a community of like-minded people. And not only am I attracting those people into my life, but they're attracted to me as well. So enter into new spaces that are focused on alignment, that are focused on professional and personal growth, that are focused on healing, holding spaces and pouring into you, but while also maybe even pouring into others, right? Like doing that work to pour into others as well. Number 6, and most importantly of all when dealing with negativity, express gratitude. Despite the challenges, despite the problematic, messed up nature of folks coming at you and trying to make you feel less than, betray you, whatever, express gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful for the journey. Be grateful for the experience. Be grateful for the awareness, right? Because now you know who they are, what they stand for, how they operate, right? Now you know. But show a level of gratitude, because that will really keep your mind focused, positive, help you to not fall, victim to depression and anxiety. I mean, grief is real, and being sad in the midst of negativity, yeah, like that's okay. But being grateful for that journey and that experience only helps to ascend that process for your breakthrough. Someone will pay you to teach them how to get through what you're going through now. And I know I'm a living example because I've been through a lot, y'all. I've been through a lot, but now I'm able to express in all of that I've been through, I was able to express a level of gratitude that now allows me to create a community and to support other people that are dealing with similar challenges that I dealt with, specifically in deciding to move to the continent. So those are the 5 ways in which I recommend that you deal with negativity. If you found value in it, please be sure to like it. And if there's someone that you know that could also find value in it as well, please be sure to share this video with them. They'll be so happy that you did, and so will I. You're helping our community grow here, and I'm so grateful to all of the subscriptions and to all of the comments. I read every single one, and you know, they put a smile on my face every day. So until the next video, I will see you soon.